So, hello everyone, good day. Welcome to our online presentation. So, today we will be discussing or tackling one of the most diverse and fascinating continent in the world, South America. So, our presentation is entitled From Andes Heights to Amazon Lights, Welcome to South America. So, for the introduction, South America is a continent bursting with natural beauty and ancient cultures with diverse environments. From the towering Andes Mountains to the deep Amazon rainforest, it offers some of the most stunning landscape on Earth. The people of South America have a rich traditions. They can speak many languages and live in a mix of ancient villages and modern cities. In short, South America is not only a place, not only a continent, it is a living expression of natural beauty, cultural depth, and human diversity, making it one of the most fascinating regions of the world. Beginning of civilization of South America. So before European colonization, the Incan civilization was dominant force in South America. So the Incan civilization was the strongest empire in this continent. They built roads, cities, and advanced farming systems. Their culture shaped much of the continent before Europeans arrived. So when colonization in the 1500s happened, when Spain and Portugal came to South America, Spain controlled most of the land, while Portugal claimed Brazil. So colonization changed languages. Spanish and Portuguese became dominant language in South America. And when it comes to religion, Christianity spread all over this continent, to this continent. And today, South America is now divided into 12 independent countries. This is Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Paraguay, Peru, Suriname, Uruguay, and Venezuela, plus the French Guiana, which is still governed by France. So in short, South America moved from being ruled by the Incas to being colonized by Spain and Portugal, and finally to becoming 12 independent countries plus French Guiana. Guiana. So let's tackle the oldest civilization of South America. So one of the oldest civilization of South America is the Inca civilization. The capital of the Inca civilization was the city of Cusco in the Andes. So the Inca capital was Cusco, located high in the Andes Mountains. The Inca were known for their advanced culture, including farming, which is what I have said earlier when it comes to techniques, road systems, and social organizations. So the ruins of Inca cities such as the Machu Picchu show unmatched stonework. So the Inca civilization was a highly developed society in the Cusco as its capital. Their precise stonework and cultural achievements make them one of the most remarkable civilization in history. So where is South America? Where can we found this continent? So South America is a unique continent. Why? Because it lies in both the northern and southern hemispheres. So the equator runs directly across this continent, the continent to this continent, dividing it into two halves. This is why countries like Ecuador, Colombia, and Brazil have regions in the northern hemisphere, while most of um, what do you call this? While most of the continent lies in the southern hemispheres. So another important line is the Tropic of Capricorn. It also passes through South America. It crosses countries such as Brazil, Paraguay, and Chile, making or marking the boundary of the tropics. So, South America is the part of the Americas that lies south of Central America. When on the west side of South America, we have here the Pacific Ocean. On the east side of South America, we have here the Atlantic Ocean. So this makes South America a continent bordered by two huge oceans, giving it long coastlines and diverse climates. So its location and size explain why South America has such a varied environment, from the Amazon rainforest to the Andes Mountains. Being surrounded by oceans also influences its trade, culture, and weather patterns. Now, the characteristics of South America. So, one of the characteristics of South America is that it is the southernmost continent of the Americas, second only to Asia when it comes to size. But its climate ranges from warm and wet near the equator to cold and dry near the South Pole, with mountains showing different weather depending on altitude. So it exhibits a wide variety of landscape and climates due to its vast surface area, which strengthens north to south. The most outstanding natural wonders are the Iguazu Falls in Argentina and Brazil, the Torres del Paine in Chile, and etc. So South America's um, vast size and north-south stretch create incredibly diversity in climate and landscape, making it home to some of the most stunning and natural wonders on Earth. So South America is a continent rich in languages, because it's shaped by the both colonization and indigenous traditions. So Spanish dominates South America as the main language of this continent, while Portuguese is spoken in Brazil, English in Guyana, Dutch in Suriname, and many indigenous languages like Quechua continue to thrive, keeping its ancient traditions alive. Now, for the area, population, and countries of South America. So, South America is a large and diverse continent with impressive size and population. So, it covers about 6,873,000 square miles. This makes up to 12% of Earth's total land area, showing how vast the continent is. South America also has a population density of about 59 inhabitants per square miles. This average, however, hides big difference between crowded cities and sparsely populated regions. A good example of this is the Buenos Aires in Argentina and Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. These are the examples of large urban centers with very high population density. So these cities attract millions of people because they are economic, cultural, and political hubs of South America. While Amazon rainforest, which is a vast area with very few people due to dense forests, difficult terrain, and limited infrastructure, as well as the Patagonia in Argentina, which is a large open landscape with harsh climates, making it sparsely populated. In short, population density reflects how people are spread across the continent. Cities concentrate people because of jobs, education, and service. Remote areas remain less populated due to natural barriers like forests, deserts, and mountains. Now for the geography of South America. So geography of South America. So a while ago, we tackled that on the east of South America, there is Atlantic Ocean. And this provides access to Europe and Africa, making it a vital for international trade. While on the west, there is a Pacific Ocean, wherein it connects South America to Asia and North America, also serving as a trade route. So, because the continent stretches far north to south, it has deserts, rainforests, mountains, and glaciers. This diversity makes South America rich in natural resources, agriculture, and tourism. Being bordered by two oceans allows South America to be a global trade hub, exporting goods like coffee, soybeans, and oil, as well as minerals. So South America is not only bordered by the Atlantic Ocean on the east and the Pacific Ocean on the west, but its northern side connects directly with North America. So the continent's northern edge is surrounded by the Caribbean Sea. This region includes countries like Colombia, Venezuela, and Guyana, which have coastlines along the Caribbean. So the Caribbean connection has historically been important for trade, migration, and cultural exchange between South America, North America, and the islands of the Caribbean. In short, South America's northern side touches North America and is bordered by the Caribbean Sea, strengthening its role as a bridge between continent and culture. Now, for the climate of South America. So, what are the climates here in Africa? Do they have also La Nina and La Nino, El Nina or La Nino or anything? So here it is. So South America's huge size and varied geography give it a wide range of climate, which support many plants and animals. So main climates of this continent are the following. So in the pictures, you can see that is the Andes Mountains, which is high elevations. So the climate here is that it is a cold weather with a mix of sun and snow. The higher the altitude, the colder it gets, with snowy peaks and cooler valleys. So while on the center of the continent of South America, or the center of South America, mild winters, warm summers, and rainy seasons. This region has a more balanced climate, good for farming and settlements. While on the Amazon rainforest, which is a part of the South America, tropical climate with heavy rainfall all year long. It is hot, humid, and home to the greatest variety of plants and animals on Earth. These different climates explain why South America has rich biodiversity, from tropical forests to snowy mountains. Climate also shapes how people live. We all know that. That farming in fertile central regions, herding in the Andes because it's cold, and fishing or forestry in the Amazon. So, in short, South America's climate range from cold and snowy in the Andes to mild and seasonal in the center to hot and dry in the Amazon, making it one of the most diverse continents in the world.
Now, let's talk about the land features of South America. South America's land and biodiversity make it one of the natural wonders. It features most of the land features, including large mountains, vast rivers, thick forests, coastlines, and deserts. First one, is the Amazon forest, Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is the world's largest tropical rainforest spanning from 5.5 to 7 million square kilometers across 9 South American nations, primarily in Brazil. It acts as a vital global carbon sink and regulates climate, hosting 10% of known biodiversity. Major threats include deforestation, fires, and agricultural expansion, with 17 to 20% already degraded. Next is the Andes Mountains. The Andes Mountains are the world's largest continental mountain range, stretching over 7,000 to 9,000 kilometers along the western edge of South America, through 7 countries: Venezuela, Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Chile, and Argentina, formed by the collision of tectonic plates Nazca and South American. They contain the highest peaks outside Asia, including 22,831 foot Mount Aconcagua. Atacama Desert in northern Chile is the world's oldest and driest non-polar desert, offering surreal Mars-like landscapes, high-altitude volcanoes, salt flats, and geysers. Centered around the town of San Pedro de Atacama, this region is a top destination for stargazing, hiking in the Valley of the Moon, and visiting Laguna Chasa to see flamingos. Angel Falls. Angel Falls, also known as Salto Angel, in Venezuela is the world's tallest uninterrupted waterfall plunging 979 meters with an 807-meter drop from the Awayan Tepuy Mountain. Located in the UNESCO-listed Canaima National Park, this remote attraction is primarily accessed by boat and hiking, often requiring a flight from Ciudad Bolivar. The Lake Titicaca. Lake Titicaca is South America's largest lake. It is situated between Peru and Bolivia. It is well known for its crystal clear water and floating island made by locals. So the Uros or Uro people built this island centuries ago to escape hostile land-based empires like the Incas. Let's proceed to the culture and religion in South America. Spanish and Portuguese are the main languages spoken in South America. Spanish is used in the most countries, while Portuguese is mainly spoken in Brazil. Even though Portuguese is limited to one country, Brazil's large population makes its number of speakers close to Spanish. French, English, and Dutch are also spoken in parts of South America. However, these languages are used by smaller groups of people. None of them reach 1 million speakers across the continent. In religion, Christianity is the main religion in South America, with most people being Catholic, followed by Protestant Christians, especially in Brazil. Other religions are present but have fewer followers. These include Judaism and Islam. Let's delve into the economy of South America. South America has many natural resources that support farming, mining, and energy production, with the eastern plains producing major crops and hydrocarbons like oil and gas. For example, Brazil and Argentina together produce over 150 million metric tons of soybeans yearly, while Colombia exports around 13 to 14 million bags of coffee each year. Meanwhile, Venezuela has one of the largest oil reserves in the world, with over 300 billion barrels reserve. Tourism is an important part of South America's economy, along with trade and services. Cities like Rio de Janeiro, Buenos Aires, and Cusco attract millions of tourists each year. For example, Rio de Janeiro alone receives over 2 million international visitors annually, with Cusco welcomes around 3 million tourists due to its access to Machu Picchu. Let's talk about now the countries in South America. South America is made up of 12 independent countries and one dependent territory. The dependent territory is French Guyana, which is governed by France and is not an independent country. The 12 independent countries are Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Ecuador, Guyana, Paraguay, Peru, Suriname, Uruguay, and Venezuela. All independent countries in South America are full members of the United Nations or UN, which promotes peace, cooperation, and development among nations. In addition, they formed regional groups like Mercosur, or Mercado Común del Sur, also known as Southern Common Market, Andean Community, CAN or Comunidad Andina, and Union of South American Nations to strengthen trade, economy, and unity in the region. These organizations help countries work together in economic growth, political cooperation, and regional development. So South America is home to some of the world's most important natural features. It has the Andes Mountains, the longest mountain range, the Atacama Desert, the driest desert, the Amazon rainforest, the largest rainforest, and the Amazon River, which carries the most water in the world. The continent also has three main climate types and many valuable natural resources that support farming, mining, and energy. So to sum it up, South America is a diverse continent which or with rich nature, resources, and environments that are important to the world. That's all. Thank you for listening.